So you're thinking of moving to Portland? There are neighborhoods like this all over Portland. An absolute 10 out of 10. This home behind me is, but the cool thing about this district is, oh, these? Nothing. Having a snack. Hey. We said, sure, let's go for a walk. And of course I'm gonna go out onto it. That all starts right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt and I make videos each and every week about what it's like to live in Portland, Oregon. Additionally, I'm a licensed real estate agent and I'm dedicated to helping people just like you make their move to Portland. And I'm the only agent taking you to all the different neighborhoods around Portland and going inside of active listings just like this one. So if you are looking to make a move to the Portland area, make sure you give me a call, make sure you shoot me a text, send me an email, or just scan the QR code right here on the screen and we will talk soon about your move to Portland. So we are here on North Mississippi Avenue and this is such an awesome place. Let me just turn the camera around. So if you don't already know, Portland is just chock full of many different like little kind of downtown villagey strips like this where there's just commercial businesses up and down for blocks and blocks and blocks. And we're starting off here because, well, this is actually where it all started for me. So I just thought it was kind of an interesting, fitting and fun place to start this video. And I'm gonna give you kind of the same exact experience that I had because the listing that we are about to go see first is just 2 blocks to the west here. And it is an incredible listing. I cannot wait to show you. I've also got something else super special planned for you. We are going to take a look at a home that one of my clients, just like you, in the future, is currently purchasing. I'm gonna give you a full tour of that property. But up here on Mississippi, I like to start here because this is the type of living situation I think that a lot of people are looking for when they come to Portland. I've always loved this little courtyard here. It is just such a happening spot. We've got Mississippi Studios right across the street, one of my favorite places to play a show or go see a show. And then Bar is right next door. And right here, you've got just a bunch of other businesses. And this isn't the only neighborhood that is quaint and walkable with lots of shops and lots of homes nearby. And that's just the beauty of Portland. There's so many little different areas that it has to offer. And even here on Mississippi Avenue, things change pretty drastically, even if you walk up just a few blocks. Like right here, you see a lot of mixed use stuff behind me. And you've got these sort of tall mixed use buildings where it's like businesses. You got a tattoo shop here, or this Jennifer's boutique. Jennifer, not sure. And then you've got like apartments and condos upstairs. But the cool thing about this district is some of these businesses actually look like homes because, well, they used to be homes. Like right here, this is a dispensary. And then a couple houses down, you've got a really sweet bar here called the Rambler. And then right next door, there's an opportunity to purchase something and turn it into your own business. But across the street here, we've got more businesses with some newer construction styles. So it's just a really cool, unique mix of old homes turned into businesses, new construction turned into businesses slash condos. And then on the other side of the street, you've got like food cart pods, cafes, and coffee shops pretty much everywhere you look. And this just keeps going up. And let's just head over to the west a couple blocks and we will transition into the residential area. So you guys are kind of getting it in the reverse order that I got it. When I first showed up to this neighborhood, I was staying at a friend's house, drove into town. Oh, here's this little food cart pod right here. Drove into town, didn't really know what to expect. Pulled up to my buddy's house. We went in, we caught up, we hung out. And then he was like, why don't we go out for a little walk, guys? So we said, sure, let's go for a walk. And he took us 1 block over to that Mississippi Avenue area, and I was floored because I came from a place that was not really walkable at all like that. I previously lived in Los Angeles, which if you've ever been there, or maybe you're watching there from LA, is one of the largest, most urban, sprawling cities that you could find. And so it was almost unheard of to me to all of a sudden be in a place where you could live on a quiet, quaint residential street like this that is steps away from a super happening, exciting place to go walk around like Mississippi Avenue. The cool thing about this area is there's a nice mix right now of a lot of different types of construction. Like here is some multifamily townhomes, and then right here is a Victorian, and then across the street you have more old and more new. And as we keep going, you've got this cute little bungalow here. You've got this old Portland Foursquare right there. And one of the things that I want you to understand about Portland is that just because Mississippi area is really cool and it's one block behind us, we're gonna go another block over here to where this listing is going to be. There are neighborhoods like this all over Portland that you can choose from, whether you want Division, like I showed you on the last video. I showed you a listing right between Division and Hawthorne, or you could be up in St. John's where there's like a little downtown area up there, or you could be in the Kenton neighborhood where it has its own little downtown area, or you could be on the west side in Nob Hill where it has like a long strip or two, 21st and 23rd, where you can be walking around. And then on the next street over, it's a quiet residential street. So my point is, that is kind of the nature of the city of Portland. You've got options like this throughout the whole town. As we are getting closer to this first listing that we're gonna see, I just also want you to know that maybe you don't want this. There are also suburbs. Wow, this tree is very windy right here. Maybe you don't want a walkable neighborhood. Maybe you prefer that suburby lifestyle as well. And so we have those options here in Portland as well. There's so many different suburbs that surround the Portland metro area that could be a good fit if you don't really need this walkable, quaint lifestyle. As we walk down this street, you see that there is a bit more older homes here. A lot of these have not been torn down and turned into new construction like a few blocks up. But the house that we're looking for right now, not on this block, but I think it's on the next block, is a unique house because it's got the older aesthetic in the building style, but it was built in 2012. And the other cool thing about this home is that it is certified Earth Advantage, which just means that it is extremely energy efficient, good for the environment, and you'll probably save a lot of money on bills because of how energy efficient it is. So let's see, I think we are getting pretty close to where that listing is. And I believe it is right here. See what I mean? It's got this like kind of older craftsman construction style to it. It blends right in with all of these other old homes, and I really appreciate it when builders do that. So look at this huge cedar tree. We'll take a quick look. I feel like all of these homes here were built around the same time by the same developer, and they really paid attention to preserving this neighborhood's original charm. So I absolutely love that about this home, and I am super excited to go in and take a look at it. Before we go in, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home right here in the heart of North Portland. We are only about 10 minutes from downtown Portland. You can get to most parts of the east side with absolute ease. You can get into the Northwest District, be in the Pearl in 5 minutes or so from here. You just cross over the Fremont Bridge. We also, for better or worse, are very close to the 5 freeway, and you might be able to hear the traffic going by. Got to give a shout out to Mark Angelo. Thanks to Mark for letting me pop in here to this listing. And Yes, we are going to go take a full tour of this home, and I'm gonna tell you the list price at the end, but first, let's go get a feel for this home. So before we go in, gotta at least appreciate this beautiful landscaping. I mean, you've got some roses right there. You got these flowers, whatever they're called. You got some mint growing, really cool landscaping going on here. And then tons of just that classic curb appeal that you look for in a Portland home, but it was built in, like I said, 2012. So let's go in and see what this home offers on the inside. And of course, it's not a classic vintage feeling Portland home without the incredible covered front porch. And this is looking to the west, so you're going to get a lot of afternoon sun and even some nice sunsets potentially. But let's go on in. And right when you walk in, you're greeted by this pretty wide hallway. You got a closet here, and then immediately right off the hallway here, you've got your first bedroom on the main level. So that's a good situation if you're having guests and you want someone to have their own space kind of away from the rest of the other bedrooms. And then right next to that, you've got a full bathroom. So really high ceilings in here, super nice tub / shower, another closet. There's a lot of closets here. There's a closet here, there's a closet here, there's storage here. So, and then we enter the kitchen. Pretty beautiful kitchen. I really love the coloring of the cabinets with this granite countertop, nice dark but clean color. And then you've got this gas range, 4-burner gas range, all the built-in appliances. You got your refrigerator, and I love to point out that you've got a good amount of countertop space, as well as you've got an extra sort of breakfast bar eating area right here. And if you haven't already noticed, it flows right into this little open dining area / living room area. Lots of open space here in this home, and I know a lot of you are looking for this type of feel with this open layout. You can entertain and you can cook, and you can enjoy a nice fire in the gas fireplace, which is always nice. And you've got these really nice built-ins here as well. Just super nice feel in this home. It doesn't feel on the inside how it looks on the outside, but let's go take a quick peek at the little backyard here. You got this deck here and a little bit of space to do some gardening if you'd like. Leave a comment down below if you are a gardener. And then this is a gate that just kind of opens into access to this back alleyway here. Let's go back in and see the upstairs. So up here, you've got an additional 3 bedrooms and 2 more full bathrooms. And right down this hallway is the super private and really awesome primary suite. And I can't wait to show you the attached ensuite bathroom in there, but let's take a look at this bathroom first. Same granite countertops as in the kitchen, and you've got a same tub and shower setup as the downstairs. And then right here, you've got one very spacious bedroom. This is, I think, around the same size, if not maybe a tiny bit smaller than the one downstairs, or maybe it's a little bigger. And then you've got this really big bedroom in here. And so again, this is west facing. So you've got some nice sunset views. And then if we go back all the way down to the other side of the hallway, you've got the primary bedroom. And this has got to be the biggest bedroom in the home. And then here you've got a really big east-facing window to let in all that morning sun. And there's the bathroom, but before that, one more time in this hallway, just so you can feel how tucked away it is from the other bedrooms. You can close this off and be fully separated away from the kiddos. Right here, you've got your laundry. And now let's go back and take a peek at that primary bathroom. Amazing double sinks with that same granite once again, and this massive soaking tub right here, and a shower. So how cool is that? You got a pretty big sized walk-in closet, and that about does it. All right, there you have it, folks. That was an absolute 10 out of 10. What, you don't believe me? It's a fact. That is a 10 out of 10 on the home energy score. And here in Portland, I don't know if you know this, but every listing is required to provide a home energy score, which is just like an efficiency rating. You have an inspector come and take a look at the house and give you a score 1 to 10, how energy efficient the home is. And this one has a perfect 10 out of 10. So what more can you ask for?
These go to 11.
And again, this was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. It's got the 3 bedrooms up on the upstairs level and that one down on the main level. Incredible kitchen, the incredible upstairs primary bathroom suite. And that home is currently listed on the market at the time of making this video for $725,000. What do you think? Is it worth it? If you'd like to go tour that house, make sure you reach out, give me a call, schedule a Zoom call by scanning the QR code, send me an email, text me, whatever you gotta do to get in touch, just do it and we can get the conversation started. And if that home isn't available anymore by the time you get in touch with me, we'll find you something else, I guarantee it. And now I am gonna go get a quick bite to eat at this really good place right around the corner from me called Fried Egg I'm in Love. I just gotta make a left right here and walk back up to Mississippi and just go a couple blocks down Mississippi and we will be at Fried Egg I'm in Love, and they sell really delicious, basically fried egg sandwiches. They do breakfast burritos, all sorts of yummy brunch stuff at a super high level. And after that, I've actually got a home inspection to take you on for one of my clients that reached out to me the other day from YouTube. I helped them get under contract on a home that they are absolutely excited about. During the home inspection, I'm gonna give you a full tour of that home so that you can see it's such a beautiful home. It's up on top of the hill. It is over on the west side. It was on their list to be in a place like this. I'm super excited to go show you why they fell in love with that over this. So we're back here on Mississippi and there's just so many different restaurants and stuff. And I'm walking up to Fried Egg and it is just down in the downstairs area of this apartment building right there. This place is so good. And if you remember from my last video, I actually pointed out another location of theirs on Hawthorne. Here is Fried Egg I'm in Love. There's a few of these throughout the city, but this is the one here in North Portland. And let's get some egg sandwiches going, huh? Pretty fun stuff. All right, that was bomb. I love that place. You gotta get it with the hash bite and all the sauces, so good. Try that, there's a few of them. There's this one on Fremont and Mississippi. There's one on Hawthorne. There's also one in Pioneer Square in downtown at a food cart. So yeah, when you're in Portland, gotta try Fried Egg I'm in Love. There's vegetarian options, there's vegan options. All right, let's go over to the west side now to this listing that my clients are buying, and we'll see if you can understand why they picked to live over there versus the east side. Let's go. All right, so here we are on the west side. We're getting pretty close to this next listing. And you know, this happens a lot with my clients where sometimes they feel like they're destined to live on the west side and then they come see the east side and they're like, actually, I like it over here. Or they see it on the east side and they're like, I like it over here, but then they fall in love with a home on the west side. You know, and so we're about to see one example of that, and you can be the judge as far as why that happened. We're gonna go obviously take a look at this listing, but first I'm gonna drive you around the area a little bit and show you what's nearby, and you can kind of compare and contrast how it feels different to other parts of town. So over here on the west side, it tends to be a bit more of a driving, car dependent lifestyle, so I think it's fair to drive around. I mean, you've got just a bunch of different shopping centers and stuff, and right over here I'll show you where your grocery stores are going to be. So here is the New Seasons Market, which is kind of like Whole Foods, but it is Pacific Northwest centric and it's all locally owned. You got a Walgreens right there. You got a bunch of little shopping centers and strip malls, kind of like this. Multiple different options, whatever you need. A coffee shop, yoga, donuts. And this is going to be kind of like the closest shopping center to this next listing that we're about to see. And this little town center of Raleigh Hills has a lot of that to offer. You just, you know, you've got a little salon right here. You got your pet supply store. You've got, like I said, you've got your New Seasons right there. And if you don't want to shop at New Seasons, there's a Fred Meyer just another block down this main road here. And so this pending listing that we're going to see is about 5 minutes up the road from here. So for my clients that are purchasing this home, you know who you are. This is kind of the closest like shopping area that you're gonna have. And there's more stuff down that way. As you can see, you got this Thai restaurant right here. You've got all of your lumber and remodeling needs right here. That's for you, Russ. And you got Sesame Donuts. Honestly, it is one of the best, I think, in Portland. Better than Voodoo, better than Blue Star. So fight me on that. But yeah, if you keep going this way, you're basically in Beaverton. And if you keep going this way down this road, you'll be going farther into Southwest, like you'll connect into Multnomah Village this way. So yeah, that's a little taste of what the amenities are like on this part of town. And we're only 5 minutes away from the listing that we're gonna go see. And I absolutely can't wait to show you. My clients fell in love with it, and it's gonna be really fun to show you guys. So let's head on up there. And so here's a little bit of the drive coming out of the Raleigh Hills area, heading back towards this listing that we're about to see, just to give you an idea of the commute between kind of like your amenities and your neighborhood. And as you can see, it's pretty different than living on the east side, where it's kind of more grid-like and a lot more densely populated. Here, there's a lot more trees and longer stretches of road, but it's a very beautiful drive, huh? And so it's basically like this. We'll cross the freeway and then head straight up the hill to the listing. All right, so we have made it to this next listing, and this property is currently sale pending with one of my fantastic clients that found me just like you did here on this YouTube channel. And right now my home inspector is looking through every single little nook and cranny of this property. And I always say that a home needs to sell 3 times. The first time is when you're out and about shopping for homes, falling in love and deciding to make an offer. The second time is when you come down from that emotional wave and you get real about the property and you figure out every single thing that is wrong with the property. And so my inspector is looking through everything, climbing through the attic, going in the crawl space, testing out all the electrical systems, making sure everything is or isn't working potentially. And the third time that a home needs to sell is, of course, the appraisal. And that's when the bank signs off on the value of the home. And then after that, you're usually pretty clear. But this is a fantastic, unique property way up here on the hill up in the Sylvan Highlands, and we're overlooking out to the west. And I am going to give you a full tour of this property. We're gonna see some of the incredible views, and you can see for yourself why my clients fell in love with this property. And this video is obviously for my clients as well, to get a second look at the property. And you know, you guys can also rewatch it over and over and get a feel for what you're getting into. Plus, I don't think we checked out the basement, so I'm gonna take you in there so that you guys can see it too. That's mostly for my buyers, but you guys can all see it too. Isn't that exciting? With that said, this is a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath home, and it's just under 3,000 square feet. Again, it's got beautiful views. We're still here in Multnomah County, but it's just on the edge of Multnomah and Washington County. So we are very close to a lot of the amenities that Beaverton has to offer, as well as Portland. We're only about 10 minutes from both places. So with that out of the way, let's go take a tour of this property. Maybe we'll run into my inspector Ryan at some point and see what he's looking at. And of course, I'm not gonna tell you what the sales price is, but I'm going to tell you the list price that this home is currently listed at the end of the tour. So let's go. So coming in here right off the bat, one of the first things that myself and my clients noticed about this property is just the beautiful landscaping all around. I love these flowers. They smell so good. You guys smell those flowers? And this fully fenced front yard. Gotta also give a shout out to Scott and Scott with Move Real Estate for bringing this listing to market. But then we gotta come right through this little gate and you're in the front yard. And so the home has this really, really private feel here. And you've got this kind of covered patio. This is looking to the north, so it's pretty much always going to be shady right here because the sun is going around that side of the home. And then, but you've just got this beautiful yard, really nice landscaping, and here's the front door. So let's go on in. Right when you walk in, you can see a little bit of stuff about because we have an inspection going on. This is a radon meter. Looking around the kitchen, we've got this nice backsplash design, really open kitchen. I love this island because it gives you even more counter space. And one of the cool things they've got here is this built-in little spice rack. And that opens into this massive backyard deck patio situation, which we will get into in a minute. But here's the kitchen, dining room area, and unfortunately there's no ice cream, but tons of counter space. We're running the oven just to make sure that that works. And then you've got this dining room area, and then we flow into the living room. And this is just a beautiful wide open living room, tons of natural light, and it sounds like someone's taking a shower, but I don't know. What's going on here?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hey.
Testing out a little bathroom.
All right, the shower works.
It works.
So this is just one of the many things that we do when you're doing a home inspection. You're just making sure everything works. And this is Ryan with Portland Property Inspectors.
That is it.
Yeah.
You'll find me. I'm on Instagram too.
All right, there you go. And then, so we'll go right in here to check out. You got a laundry room off to the left, and this goes into the backyard, and there's a carport right there. So there's tons of parking. You have the carport that's covered, and you've got multiple parking spaces back there. And then you have the bedroom. This is the primary bedroom, and this is a really sweet located bedroom because of how far away it is from the rest of the bedrooms in the home. And we'll see those in a moment, but this one has an attached ensuite bathroom. where you've got a full shower as well as a bathtub. And these are full of water just to test to make sure that the drains are working. And then let's go take a look outside. So you go outside and you've got this incredible, and this was obviously one of the main selling points of this property, is this fantastic deck. And we are looking out to the west. So this is kind of the greater Beaverton, Tualatin Valley, and then you're looking, so this is actually to the south, excuse me, and this is to the west. And so when you are sitting out here on your deck, enjoying the beautiful sunset, kind of makes it all worth it, right? And so down here is actually this little storage space that I'm gonna show for my buyers. And this is what it looks like down here, you guys. So you've got pretty decent amount of storage space down here. And then we will go right back up. And again, incredible views, lots of landscaping and potential for gardening. And there's like this nice little sitting area over here, and just look at how much space you have for parking. You can fit a truck there, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, whatever you want. So let's go back in and take a look at the upstairs. And when you get upstairs, you got this sort of landing room, living room type of space. Again, with beautiful south-facing views, southwest facing views. And this is a nice area to just kind of relax and do some reading. Could put like a pull-out bed here for guests even. And then you have a full bedroom, excuse me, this is not a bedroom, full bathroom right here with a shower, toilet. And then it goes into this unique upstairs area where you've got 1 bedroom here that is surprisingly spacious. And then you've got another bedroom way back here. So the 2 other bedrooms besides and you've got your mini split besides, and then it goes in here for this little 3rd bedroom annex, as we're calling it. And so these other bedrooms are nicely tucked away from the other primary bedroom, and that's pretty cool. So there you have it. Let's take one more look at the view here. Pretty amazing. And that about does it. So that is that. Once again, this home is currently sale pending, and we are in the inspection period, which is the most crucial point for any home transaction, because again, you fall in love with a home and then you get to know every little thing about it, good and bad. And so right now, what Ryan is doing is he's just looking at everything, and he's going to compile a full report of all of the defects, all of the little things that are wrong with the house, sometimes big things, you never know. And then the buyers get to decide what they want to do from there. They still want to purchase it or make some requests. With that said, this home is currently listed, or it was listed, now it's pending, and the list price was $730,000. What do you guys think? Would you pay that? This is in the Sylvan Hylands, so you've got a lot of hills. And I also showed you another property here a while ago where it was, let's walk down this little pathway a little bit. You guys remember that like mid-century modern home I showed you like maybe 2 months back? This is kind of the same neighborhood. We're really close to Washington Park, and we're also really close to Beaverton, and we're also really close to downtown Portland. Now, while this home may not still be available, I've got a special home to show you next that's just only about 5 minutes away, and it's absolutely incredible, and it has a feature that I have never seen in Portland. I personally can't wait to go see it. And so once again, if you are looking to make a move and purchase a home here in the Portland area, whether that is months away or it's tomorrow, get in touch with me, because this home right here, these buyers reached out to me last Friday. They came up here Saturday. We looked at 12 different homes, and then they were under contract in a multiple offer situation. They won the house. So if you want someone who can get the job done and help you achieve your goals for real, get in touch by any of these methods on the screen, and I look forward to helping you with your move to Portland. And now we're gonna go check out, again, a home only 5 minutes away from here that has some insane features that I've never seen before, and I can't wait to show you, so let's go. All right, so I wanted to stop here because we are just about 5 minutes or so from this next listing. We're in a neighborhood called Haven-Sylvan, which is just a tiny bit to the west from where we were last time. What? Oh, these? Nothing, definitely not gonna need those for anything at the next house. Anyways, so you've got like a QFC here. That's your grocery store. There's a bank. You got a cleaner. And then you got Banfield Pet Hospital, as well as a few other things over there, including Pizza Schmizza. Never had it, so can't say anything about that. And then over there is another little shopping center as well. So just wanted to kind of give you a perspective of some of the amenities that are nearby here. It's, you know, definitely a bit suburby. So it's going to be a little bit different from, you know, other parts of Portland. We're kind of gradually, slowly moving to the west, but this home is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna just get rid of these because can't imagine anything I would need those for. But let's go even closer, and I'm gonna show you a little bit more of the neighborhood and some of the residential zones. So this is just kind of what a lot of the streets look like here. A lot of kind of longer, stretching 2-lane roads that resemble highways, and that's kind of what you get here farther out on the west side. Almost has a bit more of a country road feel out here, right? And these are kind of like rolling hills throughout the west here, because we're pretty close to Forest Park and Washington Park, and there's kind of like a ridge that goes clear out to the west that includes neighborhoods like Cedar Mill and Bethany. But we're turning right in here, and we're getting into the nitty-gritty here of these West Haven-Sylvan Hills area. And as you can see, you're gonna get a lot of kind of sporadic sidewalks. Like some parts of the street have sidewalks, some don't. So a lot of times when you live in this part of town, you'll have to kind of mosey about in the street, but thankfully cars tend to coexist fairly easily with pedestrians in parts like this. There are just so many beautiful homes here though. So you get a lot of split levels. There's you know, newer construction, all sorts of different styles, and you tend to see bigger lots in this area where you're gonna get bigger lots, more forested lots. So here's another thing to consider when you're living in this area. I mean, there is some wildlife. Look at these guys. Just a couple deer just chilling here, having a snack. Hey. All right, bye. So we're on this private drive here going up to this listing. Take a look. You got your own very super private street here. Nice trees, beautiful landscape all around. And this home that we're about to see is maintained by a couple different HOAs, but look how beautiful it is everywhere here. All of these homes are absolutely spectacular. So if you want something that is absolutely elite levels of prestige, you gotta find this little pocket here on the west side. And it just keeps going up There's only about a dozen or so homes in this little private street here. A little winded because it's pretty steep. And the home that we're gonna be seeing is all the way at the end here. This street kind of loops around, and then at the end is this driveway, which is where we're gonna be. Ta-da! Here we are at the very end of the road. You got some neighbors here, but this is the home that we're gonna be taking a tour of. Whew. And before we go in, I gotta catch my breath for a second and give thanks to Marissa Swenson from Modern Homes Collective for giving me exclusive access of this incredibly beautiful home. Can't wait to go see it. Now, before we go in, let's talk location a little bit. We're here on the west side, so if you look at a map, we're just about 15 minutes or so to the west of downtown Portland, and so that will put you about 15 minutes also to the heart of Beaverton. So you kind of have access to both great cities. If you want to get into Portland for something, for some entertainment or nightlife, it's very close. Same thing with Beaverton. There's lots of great food and stuff to do in Beaverton. As far as like nearby shopping amenities, you already saw one of the shopping centers. Less than 10 minutes down the hill from here is a Providence Medical Center. So if you're going to be working there, this is a very great location for that. We're also very close to Cedar Hills Crossing, which is a massive shopping center that I've shown you in other videos. So this home is going to be offering you obviously not a walkable lifestyle. You're not going to be able to like walk down from your doorstep and go get a cup of coffee somewhere. This property actually butts up against a massive vineyard and winery. So that's just like right over there. And so if you're gonna wanna get into town to do some grocery shopping or anything like that, obviously this type of home is going to have some car dependency attached to it. With all that said, this home behind me is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, right around 4,500 square feet. As you can imagine, once you get up in there, it's going to have some incredible views looking over the entire Tualatin Valley. This is an incredible Scandinavian farmhouse style. It was built in the year 2000. I cannot wait to go in and see it. So we're gonna go in and take a look. And as always, I'll tell you the list price at the end of the tour. So you've got this really large driveway leading into a 2-car garage and beautiful white exterior siding, huge retaining wall right here. And let's go on in. Got a look right here at the huge garage. And the surprise that we're gonna see is right over there. But first, let's go see the rest of the house. And throughout the home, it's got this beautiful, very unique wood flooring. I'm not even sure what type of wood this is, but it's very nice. And then you've got this spacious living room with the super high ceilings. That goes into a little office, or maybe they're calling this a bedroom. I mean, it could be a little bedroom. You got a closet, you got a window looking out to the forested yard, and an attached bathroom right here. And that connects in here, but let's wrap back around for the full effect. So coming through the living room, this opens into a really good sized formal dining room and kitchen. But one of the biggest selling points of this home, the views. And they get even better when we go up there. But just looking here, you've got incredible views and you'll get some good sunsets. We're overlooking the entire Tualatin Valley. Beaverton is this way, and you can even see the Providence Medical Center right there, as well as the freeway, cars driving by. Absolutely beautiful view. And tons of space to sit out on this deck. But let's go back in, see the rest of the house. And when we go into the kitchen, you got this really nice flooring and an incredible 8-burner range. That's crazy. You could be cooking up a storm in here, and incredible views from the kitchen sink. Who wouldn't want to be doing dishes from that sink right there? Very high-end, luxurious finishes. You got the soft close cabinets, an absolute must. Built-in refrigerator. This thing is a beast. No ice cream, but we'll let it slide as usual. And that opens into this little secondary family room with access to the balcony. And this is that bathroom that we saw right there. It is a full bathroom. So yeah, once again, you could turn this into a guest bedroom or an office. So let's go up another level. And up here, we have our living quarters, all the bedrooms. And this first room is a massive, absolutely massive laundry room with the views overlooking the forest. That's amazing. And then we'll go check out the bedrooms. Here is the first bedroom, the one that has an incredible view. It's even a better view from this balcony. So let's go take a look. Just stunning, right? I mean, what more could you want? I'm sold. And you can see so far all the way to the other side of the valley. You can watch the trains going by. Just such a spectacular view. And going back in, you've got a few more bedrooms. And right here is a full bathroom with the double sinks, shower. You got your private toilet in there. And then in here is another bedroom with, what do you know? Incredible views that are in a huge window that is going to be letting in tons of natural light. And this actually goes up into a whole nother living space, about 400 square feet. I'm not gonna go up there because I don't feel like climbing a ladder right now, but just some extra bonus space. And then here we've got another bedroom, massive closet and some cool built-in shelves. Nice little nook here to work. And once again, views for miles. And then let's go take a look at the primary suite. And this is an absolutely massive walk-in closet. There's the bathroom, but let's take a look at the bedroom space first. Really huge. You got a nice little nook here that you could put some chairs if you want. And you got another balcony. And of course I'm gonna go out onto it so that we can appreciate the view once again, because how could you not? How could you come to a home like this and not go out of your way to appreciate that view? But let's go back in. And again, I don't even have the main lights in here. It is towards the end of the day, it's cloudy, and yet we're still getting tons of natural light in this space. Anyone have any ideas on the price? I'm gonna tell you, but take a guess of what this listing is currently listed for in the comments and see if it aligns with reality. So this is a nice double sink. You got the toilet in there. Really nice shower. And you've got the soaking tub overlooking the forest. All right, I just wanted to see this view one more time before we go check out this absolutely super unique feature of this home. It makes it one of the most unique features I've ever seen in a home in Portland, because I've never seen this feature in a home in Portland. This is a first for me. So let's go all the way downstairs and check it out. It's in there. And the moment you've all been waiting for, an indoor pool. I have never seen anything like this in a home in Portland. So if you were wondering why I had those goggles, it's this. And boy, am I tempted to jump in, but I'm not gonna. So how cool is that? You got a pool here. It's fully heated. I don't believe the heating is on now, but I mean, it's not a full 25 yards, but maybe half that. And this is a good deep end. It gets pretty deep right there, so you could do some dives. You got your swan there. And it's got this nice outdoor patio space as well. And then it circles around into the garage access right there. And you got a full bathroom right here, so you can shower off after swimming without taking your chlorine drippings up into the rest of the house. All right, folks, there you have it. What an absolute gem of a home. What'd you guys think? Have you guys locked in your price guess in the comments yet? I'm about to tell you, but let's just soak in this for just a few more moments. What a beautiful home. Once again, it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, right around 4,500 square feet. It's got the indoor pool. It's got the beautiful, tranquil quietness up here. Incredible views throughout the whole home. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is currently listed for $1,975,000. Would you buy it? Let me know. And if you want to watch another video just like this, click right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you over there.